He had a good job. A nice apartment. New shoes every month. People called him successful. But when he died at 67, his bank account had $11 in it. Not 11,000. $11. And the scariest part? He never thought it would happen to him. If you've ever felt like your money disappears before you even understand where it went, stay right here. Subscribe if nobody in your family ever taught you how money actually works. Because this video isn't about budgets or spreadsheets. It's about something much deeper. His name was David. And David was smart. He studied hard. Got a degree. Landed a corporate job at 26 that paid him $3,200 a month, which in his city, in his world, felt like making it. His mother cried when he got that job. His cousins called him the one who got out. And David believed them. He moved into a 2-bedroom apartment, alone, because a 1-bedroom didn't feel right for someone at his level. He bought a used BMW because, as he told his friends, first impressions are everything in business. He ate at restaurants 4 or 5 times a week because cooking felt like something people did when they were struggling. And every month, he posted pictures. Vacations. Watches. Meals that cost more than some people's daily wages. Comments flooded in. Goals. Living the life. Big moves only. David felt rich. But David was not rich. David was performing rich. And there is a devastating difference between the two. Here's what David's real financial life looked like behind the camera. His rent ate 45% of his income. Financial advisors say to never go above 30. His car payment, insurance, and fuel took another 18%. Subscriptions he forgot he had, streaming, gym, apps, meal kits, quietly pulled $340 every single month. He had a credit card for emergencies. But slowly, everything became an emergency. A friend's birthday dinner. A concert he couldn't miss. Clothes for a wedding. Shoes because the old ones weren't matching his brand anymore. By month's end, David was left with around $200. Which sounds like something. Until you realize he had 0 savings. 0 investments. No emergency fund. Nothing. And when his company downsized and he lost his job at 34, David had 11 days before his account hit 0. 11 days of cushion. After 8 years of work. Most people don't realize this is not a money problem. This is a psychology problem. David found another job within 3 months. But now he was earning slightly less, $2,800 a month. So what did he do? He kept the same apartment. Kept the BMW. Kept the dinners. Because to downgrade, in David's mind, was to go backwards. And going backwards felt like failing. So he went deeper into credit card debt to maintain the image. He told himself, "This is temporary. Once I get promoted, I'll fix everything." He was 34 when he said that. He was still saying it at 41. At 47, he got divorced, partly because of financial stress that had silently poisoned everything at home. At 52, he had $46,000 in credit card debt. At 58, he took a loan to pay off the credit cards, then slowly filled the cards back up again. And at 67, a heart attack. Gone. His daughter had to crowdfund the funeral. The apartment? Full of things worth nothing. The BMW? Repossessed years earlier. The photos? Still on Instagram. Still getting likes. So why does this happen? Why do smart, hardworking people end up here? It's not stupidity. It's not laziness. It's something psychologists call social wealth signaling, the deep human need to look wealthy because it earns us respect, belonging, and status. We are wired for it. Thousands of years ago, displaying resources meant power. It meant safety. It meant your tribe would keep you around. That instinct never left us. It just moved from animal skins and fire to BMWs and Instagram. The second force destroying people like David is called lifestyle inflation, the invisible law that says, whenever your income rises, your spending rises to match it. Sometimes faster. David didn't save more when he got raises. He spent more. Every time. Because spending felt like a reward. And saving felt like punishment. And here's the third trap: hedonic adaptation. The BMW that made David feel amazing in month 1? By month 6, it was just a car. The apartment that felt luxurious became normal. So he needed more. Newer. Better. Just to feel the same. This is why you are stuck. Not because you don't earn enough. Because the more you earn, the more the game resets, and you keep chasing the feeling instead of building the foundation. Here it is. The thing nobody will say to your face. Looking rich and being rich are completely opposite financial strategies. One spends money to impress people. The other keeps money to build options. Most people are broke because they are funding a performance. Every month. With money they don't have. For an audience that doesn't actually care. David's friends who liked those photos? Most of them didn't come to the funeral. The BMW? A stranger is driving it now. The apartment? Someone else is living in it. All that money gone. Not into assets. Not into memories that mattered. Into appearance. Into the performance of a life he never actually lived. And the most painful thing? He knew something was wrong. He just never stopped long enough to face it. I'm not going to tell you to cut your coffee or make a spreadsheet. That's not what David needed. What David needed, what most of us need, is a complete identity shift around money. You have to ask yourself a question most people are too scared to answer honestly. Am I making financial decisions for my actual life, or for how my life looks to other people? Because the moment you start spending to build security instead of spending to build image, everything changes. The wealthy people, the ones who are actually wealthy, not the ones who look it, they drive ordinary cars. They live in houses below what they can afford. They are obsessed with one number, net worth. Not monthly spending. Net worth. They don't ask, can I afford the payment? They ask, does this make me wealthier or poorer? That one question, if you make it a habit, will do more for your financial life than any budget app ever will. David never asked that question. Not once. And the hardest, most human truth is this. It's not that he didn't have enough money to change his life. He had enough. He just never believed his future self was worth protecting. Somewhere tonight, someone is looking at their account balance and feeling that quiet panic. That hollow feeling where you know something is wrong but you don't want to look too closely. That was David. That is millions of people. It might even be you, not because you're failing, but because nobody ever showed you that the game you're playing is designed to keep you spending. The world profits when you perform wealth. The brands, the banks, the credit companies, they all win when you confuse looking successful with being financially free. David spent 40 years funding their profits. You don't have to. The shift starts with one honest moment. One real look at where your money is actually going. And one decision, maybe the hardest one you'll ever make, to start protecting your future self like they matter. Because they do. If this hit you somewhere real, drop a comment below. Tell me, are you building wealth, or building an image? No judgment. Just honesty. Subscribe if you want more videos that tell you the truth about money, not the version that makes you feel comfortable, but the version that actually changes things. Share this with one person you care about. They need to hear it. See you in the next one.